The first group of South African troops deployed to the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo set to come back home today, and these soldiers are expected to arrive at the Air Force Base Bloemspruit in Bloemfontein. They were deployed as part of the SADC mission in December of 2023 to combat the M23 rebels. However, due to the deteriorating security situation there, that mission was terminated in March of this year. You may recall 14 SANDF soldiers were killed during that conflict. Newzroom Afrika's Scara Mafokoane joins us now with that story. This is a story about the return and about families, Scara, who would be relieved this morning that their people are coming back home alive and not in body bags or not to a funeral ceremony. So talk to us about some of the arrangements that have been laid on for their return.
Good morning to you, Iman, and our viewers. It's also a bittersweet moment. I'm getting a signal from my colleague Tabo, who was asking me to step out of shot. I'm not sure what he was seeing behind me. But like I was saying, it's a bittersweet moment for the nation and for the families as well. I mean, you talk of the families welcoming these troops back on South African soil. But remember, they still have a long journey. They will be here, housed here at the Tempe military base for a duration which is still unknown. And the reason for that is, Iman, understanding that they're coming back from a war zone. They need to be debriefed. They need to go for psychological evaluation, medical checks, and would need to sit with social workers before they release them back to their families. So that's why I'm saying it is a bittersweet moment for the nation and for these families. Yes, they're going to welcome them back alive and kicking, but it will still be a long journey. And remember that they would need to be reintegrated back with their families. You know, yesterday I spoke to a former SANDF social worker, who's now with the University of the Free State under the social work department. And she told me, man, that it will still be a long journey for them. Remember that some of them left as early as 2023. So to be reintegrated back into society is going to take quite a journey. The former SANDF social worker telling us that the families themselves would need social work themselves as well. So it won't be an easy ride, for a lack of a better word. They would need to be social. They would need social work. They would need psychology, and their medical checks they would need to do medical checks as well. As I show you behind, what you see on camera right now, some of the colleagues, some of the soldiers here, they just did a dry run of the welcoming ceremony here at the Tempe military base. In a short while, Iman, we will be taken to Bloemspruit, the Air Force. That's where those 250 members of the SANDF are going to land, and they will be welcomed by the minister alongside the Military Command Council. We know that South Africa played a central role in the SAMI-DRC mission, which was launched in December 2023, Iman. And South Africa as well was the largest contributing country, and it has to be said, which you spoke as well too, that 14 of the South African National Defence members perishing in that conflict with the M23 rebels in the Eastern DRC in January. So it much as the heroes and heroines will be celebrated here today, arriving at midday, we have to remember of the lives that were lost as well in January, and some of those members who returned injured to this country, I think around March, if I'm not mistaken. So that mission being disbanded or withdrawn by the extraordinary summit by heads of state in the SADC region in March. South Africa beginning a phased-out withdrawal of its troops in April. This would be the first batch to arrive. 250 were told to arrive here in South Africa. Of course, in the coming weeks, we expect more of those soldiers to return